In the previous video, we saw how the stomach aids the digestion process and forms a milky paste called chyme. What happens after that? Where is the chyme sent? It goes into the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. Its size is very small relative to the other parts of the digestive system, but what's hard to believe is that most of the digestion happens here. Yes, it's a tiny part, but most of the digestion occurs in this region. Because most of the digestion happens here, it has to be the most interesting part of the digestive tract. And yes, it definitely is. Two of the biggest glands of your body lie close to the duodenum, and both of them assist the duodenum in performing numerous tasks. The biggest gland in your body is the liver, and it weighs around 1.5 kilos. That's how heavy your liver is. It's an organ as well as a gland. And the second biggest gland is called the pancreas. Both these glands release juices which assist the digestion in the duodenum. Let's talk about the liver first. The liver performs many functions, but as far as digestion is concerned, it secretes a fluid called bile. And this bile juice, which is produced by the liver, is stored in the gallbladder. Yes, bile is secreted by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. To understand how bile aids the digestion process, we need to understand that fat particles cannot be broken down easily. It takes significant effort to break fat down, which is why it is broken down in 2 stages. First, the bile breaks the giant fat droplets down into tiny little droplets and mixes them with watery medium in the body. In scientific terms, we say that the bile emulsifies the fat, and the process is called emulsification. This was the first stage in which fat is broken down into tiny droplets. These droplets are broken down further by the enzymes present in the pancreatic juice secreted by the pancreas. That's where the pancreas come into the picture. These enzymes are able to act on the fat globules easily only because they are emulsified. Is that all the pancreatic juice does? Breaking down of fats? No, it does a lot more. If you remember, the hydrochloric acid in the stomach made the food acidic. So when the chyme enters the duodenum, it's still a bit acidic in nature. The pancreatic juice that is secreted by the pancreas is alkaline and it neutralizes the chyme. It is the bicarbonates in the juice that neutralize it. And this creates a favorable environment for the enzymes to function. Yes, the pancreatic juice also contains enzymes that digest proteins, starch, and fats. There are 3 main enzymes present in the pancreatic juice: trypsin, amylase, and lipase. What do? Which nutrients in the food do they break down? Trypsin breaks down the proteins or peptides to amino acids and smaller peptides. Peptides to smaller peptides. The pancreatic amylase converts the leftover starch to maltose, and the pancreatic lipase acts on emulsified fats to convert them to fatty acids and glycerol. So you can probably guess how vital the pancreatic juice is. It helps in neutralizing the food as well as in breaking the proteins, starch, and fats down to simpler substances. To review what we learned here, the bile juice breaks the big fat droplets down into tiny droplets, and this makes it suitable for the enzymes in the pancreatic juice to break them down further. And apart from fat, peptides as well as leftover starch are broken down. After a lot of heavy-duty work in the duodenum, the food is passed to the next part of the small intestine, which we will understand in the next lesson.